He opened up all of Asia for New Skin. He opened up 32 different countries over there. So you're in the hands of a legend. So without further ado, Gary Campis.
I challenge you all to take these products and stay on them for a month or 2 months. You won't ask any questions about the quality of the products anymore because they have science. There's no one more skeptical than me. My background is financing. I should be Chinese because I think Chinese. I think Chinese. I'm very skeptical. I don't believe anything anyone tells me. I could read even the research and the science and I still won't believe it. But when you take the product, that's a whole different ballgame. I had a person in, because we have samples, and I also do not believe in samples. The reason why is, when you go to Whole Foods, do they give you a sample? Do they give you a month's supply of the product? Why don't you go to Whole Foods and ask them to give you a week's supply of the product? It's a joke. They laugh. Because you got to use the product. So use the products, and I'll show you exactly what we have. How many of you, though, that are in Qivana have had or had fantastic, or had people that have had fantastic results? Would you raise your hand for the new people? Yeah. We have great products. So take a look. They're priced right. Just so you know, this product here runs $60 a month, $60 to $70 a month. That lowers your blood pressure. That's cheaper than any product on the market. The core system, who has three different things. This has the core, has the probiotic and the detox, comes one every 3 months free, $60. You can't even get a good probiotic for $60. That's $60 a month. Our products are priced right. Metabolic is 2 to 3 times cheaper than any weight program sold in Asia. Not as cheap, 2 to 3 times cheaper. And if you just have them replace their morning meal, there is no cost because their breakfast, it costs more than this. So we have prices that are right. Are we having other lines? Yeah, we're going to have a skincare line that's going to blow your mind coming out. We have a line for menopausal women coming out, all natural. We have a line for children's health. We think that's very important. We have a line for arthritis and pain. So my background is financing. I'm very analytical. My job was to help companies grow from 10 million to 100 million plus. I would do all the legal, all the accounting, and all the financing free. I never charged a fee, never. No fees up front. I also did the marketing free, and I got a piece of the increase. If the company grew from 10 million to 100 million, I get the piece of the 90 million. So when I got into Qivana, I know a black swan. Do you guys know that term, black swan? Have you ever heard it? It's a financial term. It means the company that comes in and steals market share away from everyone else when everyone's sleeping at the wheel. And Rodney brought the example up of Apple. That was a good example because they stole the business away. Google is another good example of a black swan. They stole the business away from Microsoft. There's no reason why Microsoft was sleeping at the wheel while a simple idea of organizing the internet came up. And we're the first company to organize health and wellness. Big deal? How about giant deal? How about the first company that ever organized an industry always became #1? How about that? And so when I looked at Qivana, I said, oh God, I write compensation plans. They want me to write the plan. I'm going into the money with you next. And he said, I looked at the 5 owners. You'd put them up against any Fortune 500 company, forget that. But when I first got in the industry, I had to go to the FTC, the FDA, and everyone. I didn't believe one thing that they were telling me, not one. And I realized there were some companies that had products that were moving outside the network. Now, I've just met with Warren Buffett. Do you guys know who he is?
Yeah.
You know who Warren Buffett is?
Yeah.
He's one of the wealthiest guys in the world. Do you know that? Well, I'm a stockholder at his company, and I went to the stockholders meeting, and I said, Warren, I noticed that you bought 2 companies like that we're doing. He said, yeah, it was the best investments they ever made. Highest ROI he's ever made in history. Why did I buy it? Because it works like Facebook. Facebook is the fastest growing company in the world. Nobody grew 1 billion customers in 5 years. Nobody. 90% of our distributors are non-sales types. There's no selling down in Qivana. We share. You share something you like, just like Facebook shared a video, an audio, a personal picture, something that you liked, personal information. You shared it, and that was shared. Was anyone jamming sign up to Facebook, jamming it down their throat? No, it was a sharing idea. And how do they monetize the channel? They charge advertising. We have a monetized channel. We work exactly the same, except no one gets it yet. And you never get the black swan until it's too late. So the idea here is that we're sharing products that change people's lives. Our product's viral outside the network. If you lower your blood pressure, and you've had high blood pressure, you're going to tell 10 people, like the guy in LA. We had a Chinese man stand up in LA. He says, I'm 69 years old. I've had high blood pressure. It's in my family my whole life. I'm not on blood medication anymore. And you know what? I've told 10 people and 20 people. You're going to tell keep people that are virals. That's what I'm looking for, products that viral without you selling it. And we have all of our products are like that because there's real science and they really work. If the products didn't work, you could bet your life I wouldn't be in this company. I'll tell you right now. Not interested. And I wasn't interested in getting in the company in the first place, except when I found out there's only 13 companies, 14 companies, 13 companies in history before Nu Skin. And I knew when the guy was 27, I said, you're going to be $1 billion company. He said, how do you know? I said, it's my business to know. If I don't pick the right companies, I go broke. So I had to pick the right companies. The legal money comes up front. He did $3 billion last year. I was part of the first $1 billion too. And I only had 16 people. Everyone that's made over $20,000 a month net has less than 20 people. That's it. It's who are those people? And I went through 68 people to find the 16. They were doing $8 million a month in volume. I made 5%. That's where the 400,000 net a month came. No accounts receivable, no payroll, no inventory, no bookkeeping. I had 40 millionaires in the 16 groups. Half of them were white collar. Half of them were white collar workers. Half of them were blue collar. 90% were non-sales types. 70% were non-tech types. I had 50% women, 50% men, about 53% women. We had a 50-50 split on under 40, over 40. My youngest was 18. He was a millionaire by the time, I had 5 of those 40 were under 25. He was a millionaire at 23. My oldest was 69, and he was a millionaire when he started, except he had a manufacturing business, sold it to a partner, and the partner screwed him, so he had to go build again. And so he was 69. The idea here is, I'm going to tell you some facts of financing. Whether you get involved with us or not, I'm going to tell you something they're not going to like to hear, because I don't like to tell them, but it's the truth. 94% of you in this room will never be able to retire. 94% of you will work your whole life and not be able to be self-sufficient. Why is that? Why is it that only 6% of the population is self-sufficient after working the whole life? You mean I can't work my way up the corporate ladder of success? I can't go from 50,000 to 60,000 to 80,000 to 100,000 to 150,000? Yeah, you can. But your lifestyle is going to change subconsciously as you work your way up the corporate ladder of success. So I'm dealing with a businessman. He's a doctor. He was making at least a couple $100,000, I think more. And I was working with somebody else, 31 years old, had never been in business. He said, Jerry, that can't be true. If I made 60,000 this year and I made 70 next year, I'd have 10,000 in the bank. And the doctor looked at him and says, you haven't been there yet. So those of you that know, because you change your lifestyle subconsciously as you work your way up the corporate ladder of success. You buy a better home, you get another cars, you take more trips. It's the truth. So why am I excited about Qivana? When I went to them, I knew that Qivana was going to be a multi-billion-dollar company. They were a black swan. The black swan name came from a group of swans. If you see a pond, all white swans, you won't see the black swans. The one or two black swans are the leaders. They're on the side. And they blend in with the ground. You don't see them. And they wait. They're the leaders. They wait till the flock is mature, and then they come out. And when they do come out, you can't miss them. And that's what happened. That's what a black swan is in financing. So there's only been 14 of them in history. I caught the last one, Nu Skin. It's the last one. So people said, Jerry, what's Qivana going to do? Said they're going to do $4 billion on the low side. I'm very concerned. Their goal is $10 billion. $4 billion. How many distributors is that going to take? 4 million. You need 1 million distributors per billion because it's not one distributor doing a lot. It's a lot of distributors doing a little. I teach every distributor to have 20 customers, 10 to 20 customers, everyone. Even if they're a recruiter, I teach them to have customers. So if I have 1,000 distributors, I have 20,000 customers. Some distributors will have hundreds of customers, or thousands of customers. But I teach people how to make money. I'm going to show you the formula right now, next. So I went to the thing that write the plan, and we wanted to write a plan that paid monthly, everything weekly, and I wanted right up front money for the part-timer. I wanted a lot of money up front, but I wanted to pay the leaders really big money. Now in New Skin, you don't know this, but we've already been paying in New Skin $1 million a month checks. And I knew I wanted to write the plan for $1 million a month. Because I know the top, when I get them in, I wanted the plan for 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. I'm not talking a year, I'm talking a month. Why? Because networks expect that. And there's some companies that pay it. 90%, let's put that in perspective. 90% of the distributors are part-time. They want car payments and house payments. Put college money away, pay down their bills. Great, I want you to have 1,000 of them doing 500 a month. That's a $500,000 volume, make a lot of money. The idea here is that you need to find the right people. And I'm gonna give you a list of the right people that are coming in now. And I'm gonna show you, if you don't have a second in the day, not a second in the day, how to make money without jeopardizing your current income. Is that interesting to anyone? All right, here's how to do it. First of all, we have a connector program. We're the only company that has it. And in this connector program, you can just refer people to us, be a connector. We do all the training and support. We put them in your group. You get the overrides for life. It takes minutes, not hours, minutes a week to be a connector. I'll give you an example. We signed in the #1 distributor, #1 entrepreneur of the year in Hong Kong. His name is Andy, he's 34 years old. He has 11 businesses. At 34, he has 11 businesses. One of his businesses, 90% of the phone apps in Hong Kong are coming through his office. 90% of the phone apps in Hong Kong come through his office. I walk into his office, it's like a madhouse. He said, Jerry, I don't have any time, but I cannot let Qivana go by. You're talking about my age group. We get this. He goes, how do you market? I go, cross-platform marketing. He goes, you mean you work like eBay and Amazon? I go, exactly. You have affiliate program just like eBay? Yeah. eBay signs you in, you can sell. eBay allows you to sell them. He allows you to sign her up and get commissions on her. Do you know that? Do you know that 20 to 30% of every company on the net that's successful uses affiliates? They don't do it direct. And this person allows you to get out somebody else in eBay, and you get a commission for starting this. So 30% of their business comes from affiliates, not direct. Why do they do it that way? Because they pay the money out, but after the sale, so from a cash flow standpoint, this is much more advantageous. 100% of the porno sites, just so you know, work off affiliates. They don't do it direct, it's all affiliate. So the idea of affiliate marketing is not new. So I had a guy that day says, isn't this one of those pyramids? I said, are you a dinosaur? You don't even understand what you're talking about. Is eBay a pyramid? Is Amazon a pyramid? Is Facebook a pyramid? We do the same thing. They took the idea from us. They do exactly the same thing. I said, you don't know what you're talking about. In a pyramid, whoever starts makes the most money. When I was making $400,000 a month, I had somebody in my own group making $800,000 a month. That doesn't happen in a pyramid.
So what's the difference between affiliate and direct program then?
Same, they just use a different name.
Oh, okay.
We use the name of distributor and they use affiliate. Exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exactly the same.
So that means I just refer a name to you, you can do
Yeah, we do everything.
Yeah.
We do all the training. So Andy didn't have any time. So what did Andy do? He got Amber and Dean. He says, here's the leads. They put the leads in his group. 4 months ago, he's going to be an executive diamond this month.
Wow.
He didn't do one thing. All he did was be a connector.
Wow.
Really?
That's exactly the truth.
I like to learn when you're going
Your
to set that.
system.
We're starting it right now. And we're also doing something else. Let me tell you the real reason. You got to do your homework. Go to QivanaProducts.com. You want to see all the studies? You want to see all the science? Go do it. QivanaProducts.com. It's all there. You can also go, if you want to see the marketing plan, to QInfosite.com. It's a site I put together. QInfosite.com. It has 8 categories. QInfosite.com. One of them is the compensation plan, which I'm going to go over in detail. But all the studies are there. You know what? If you're like me, forget the studies. Use the products. They'll tell you if the products work. Forget the studies. Forget everything. If you're skeptical like me, use the products for a month, 2 months, and I challenge you to do that. Hey, if they don't work, give the product back. They give you your money back. 18 million people in North America went into their own home business last year. It's called the SOHO market, small office home office market. The average investment was over $5,000. So, did Rodney tell you what he's coming out with? He probably didn't, because he didn't like to talk. Rodney's one of the smartest guys in the industry. He's one of our 5 owners. We're coming out with apps that are tied into your back office. And you're going to be able this year to press a button, and you have a product presentation. You can press the button and watch the products. You want to hear about a doctor? You press the button, the doctor comes up and speaks in any language. You want about the opportunity? Press the button and the opportunity presentation. You want to order? You want to order? You just swipe your credit card, it goes directly into your checking account. The company ships the products directly to them, sends the products directly to the customer. So you have a business with no accounts receivable, no payroll, no inventory, no bookkeeping. You're watching everything live going on. Worldwide, seamless. So it can go from here to LA, to Hong Kong, to Taiwan, to Japan, back to LA, and you're watching everything seamless. This is the brand new way of doing business. This will revolutionize the industry because your 7-year-old can now do the presentation. No hype, no rah-rah. You won't see hype and rah-rah in this country. Let me tell you about a black swan. There's only been 14. There is no doubt that Qivana will be number 15. Do I put my money where my mouth is? You bet your life. Because I've done my whole life, all my businesses, I had to deliver first, then I got paid. So I went to New Skin owner Blake Roney. And when he was 27, I told him he was going to do $1 billion. He said, Jerry, he paused, I said, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, there's no risk at all. All I don't know is where's the money, because you're 27 years old, and you're going to need millions of dollars to pull this off. He says, we got it. And no one in New Skin knows this, but they had a friend of the family that was worth $240 million. And if whatever they needed, they could get. You need millions of dollars to do this. So they were the first company to have pure product. See, the MO at the time was put 1 or 2 good ingredients, make them smell good, and put fillers and chemicals in. Now everyone does that, but Qivana was the first. And they were going after the aging baby boomer. Now, if you're a baby boomer, you were born between 1946 and 1964. 1946 and 1964. How many people do you think were born in that period? How about a fifth of the world during that 18-year period? A fifth. They now control 65% of all discretionary income. But they're retiring. And the buying power is going to the X and Y generation, which make up more worldwide than baby boomers. If you know what the X and Y want, and you move in position now, I want you to hear me loud and clear, because it's never going to happen again in your lifetime. In the next 5 years will be the largest transfer of wealth in your lifetime. The largest transfer of wealth in your lifetime is going to take place as the baby boomers, who have made money on every generation in the last 50 years, are going to lose their buying power, and it's going to the X and Y generation. So if you know what they want, what do they want? Number one, they want the internet.